The next one we're gonna talk about is somebody who's basically Sound Lab. He teamed up with somebody who definitely is Sound Lab to create this project. We talking about my man Jaffe Diamond. He teamed up with Cam Cripps. They dropped Let Me Rap Volume 1. 8 tracks, 18 minutes. What you think?
So I thought this was actually a good compilation of music. Engineering, production, mint. Cam Cripps did his thing on this as far as putting this together and curating an amazing body of work. I like this, but I also have, I don't want to say I have beef, but when you redo a record, and we're not talking about regular records here, we're talking about legendary Jay-Z records, and of course, comparing you to Jay-Z is ridiculous, but I feel like you actually rapped better on the songs that were not Jay-Z records. You had so much enthusiasm in all those other records, and you gave me 1:38 on Rock Boys, and then the Hova song I wasn't a huge fan of. But again, Jay-Z's my favorite rapper. I have some biases in regards to it. Remaking a legendary song is always going to be tough. I think you did a good job throughout the rest of the album, though. Your story was great. Chef and Ghost was amazing. I like your references that you made throughout this whole thing. I love the clips of Jay-Z. I love the clips that you use in general.
Dame Dash.
Right. It just shows that, one, you did your research to put this together.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize that research is important in making music. Because it helps deliver your message and your story a little bit better. So you did a phenomenal job with that. I really don't have much bad things to say, man. You did a really good job. I'm happy with this. I look forward to seeing what you're going to do in the future. One little bit of critique, maybe your delivery. I feel like there was something missing. You gave us something, and then you kind of left us suspended and didn't execute the way that maybe you thought you would have executed putting this together. It just felt like something was missing. I listened to it several times. I tried to listen to it on different occasions and, with different feelings. And every time I feel like I wanted a little bit more from what you were giving. Pause. So this was great. Just keep doing your thing, man. I think this is just more development and just working on your craft, and stay away from redoing these beats, please.
Okay. I respect it. Jaffe, you know how I throw it up for you, my nigga. You always show mad love. Always, super respectful, my nigga. Down to earth, nigga. Just a good dude all around. I like this one. There was a one that we rated before, and you was in the room, which was uncomfortable because I had to kind of tell you I ain't like it. But this one, I wish you was here now, because I felt like you took the criticism from that and you went back to the lab and you did what it did, and I like that you got with Cam on this. I do feel the same way about the whole records, but in a different light.
Okay.
I feel like it's dope that you are, making an ode to your favorite rapper, the guy that you idolize when it comes to you making music. But that gets tricky. It gets dicey, because what happens is you don't want to lean too much into that, because we already got one of those. Right. You know what I mean? We already got Hove. And we got old Hove and we got new Hove. We got so many different flavors of who he is as an artist that it's like, let us hear it. We don't want you to say it type shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you understand what I'm saying about that?
Yeah.
Like, it's like, when we hear you rap, we might get notes of Hove and be like, all right, I like that. But with those songs, they're so classic that unless you're going to say some groundbreaking shit, leave it alone. You know what I mean? And it's not that you're not a good rapper, bro, because we all know you can rap.
Absolutely.
Like Jaffe A. Smith, once I turned that on, I was like, oh, he's rapping.
Yeah.
My man said, can't get a Birkin. I'm about to go trick off at Tarjay, nigga. Right? I said, nigga, a lot of niggas don't keep it real with themselves like that. You know what I mean? But man, also, tricking off a Tarjay can get really expensive.
It absolutely.
If you furnishing the bitch's home, she just moved, and you're getting a couple of TVs and appliances, nigga, that's like buying one Birkin.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It might get crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying. But I understood what you meant. I understood the sentiment. I love the realism in your music, bro. I love the vulnerability in your music when you're talking about your mother and things of that nature. I love, you acknowledging your flaws in your music and things of that nature, man. I think this is a really good work in progress, bro. You're moving in the right direction, and I love to see the growth pause from, last time, man. So, other than that, man, I don't really got much else to say, man. Well, you got anything else you want to piggyback?
The album cover is fire.
Oh, yeah, the album cover is fire.
Album cover is fire. I've been looking, trying to figure out where this is from. I feel like I've seen this before, but it's amazing. And again.
Yeah, also another thing I want to say, Jaffe, you're really good at, like, doing, like, tasteful art.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, visually. Like, you know how to, like, that, just from that album cover itself goes to show that you have an eye for certain shit that a lot of rappers don't have an eye for, because rap is, some people say music is visual to them, and I think you're showing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is fire. Like,
and he showed it in his lyrics.
Yeah.
This is early 90s right here, and he came with that early 90s vibe throughout the whole album, and I enjoyed that, I like that. I like the way he was rapping. I like the way he was delivering his message and just spitting bars, bro. The boy, he could rap.
Yeah. So keep creating, my nigga. Keep doing what you doing. Out of 5 red cups, we gave Let Me Rap Volume 1 a solid 3.9. Shout out my man Cam Cripps, man. Big Sound Lab in the building. Shout out my man Jaffe Diamond, man. Y'all keep creating, my nigga. Keep doing what you do, man.